Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. It is Joe with another episode of Markets with Morning Joe. Uh, it is, however, not the morning. It's actually a little past 2 o'clock on Sunday, February 9th. It is Super Bowl Sunday, and you guys are probably wondering why the hell is this idiot, talking about charts on Super Bowl Sunday. I should be getting ready for the Super Bowl, and I will be soon after this video. But this is a big week, you guys. This coming week is a huge week, very important. It is like pivotal in the markets, okay? And I'm titling this episode as Stock Market Super Bowl Week. All right, we've basically had the last 3 weeks in a row, crazy grind, up and down, bulls versus bears. Who will win this week? I believe is going to be crucial to the direction of which the stock market is going to go in uh, after this week. Okay, it could be wrong. It could take another week after that, but it's getting close, guys. If you look at these last 3 weeks, we're going to start with the spiders. Okay, I'm basically going to focus primarily on the spiders here. Um, these are weekly charts on a daily basis. Okay, so you can see for the last 3 weeks. Let me get rid of these lines. For the last 3 weeks, there has been a lot of chop. All right, and it's gone up and then down. It sells off basically at the start of every Friday. All right, every Friday the market sells off, and then by the following Monday open, the market is open. Get a huge gap down. All right, this week here was DeepSeek. This week here was tariffs, and then the week that we just had, honestly, I just think it was a lot of, people were just scared of another sell off, and the market sold off on Friday, and it was a huge sell off. All right. As you can see, this red bar here is a huge engulfing candle, meaning it's bigger than the previous day. All right. So it literally, let me zoom in here. The open of the day opened higher and it closed lower, and it engulfs this whole candle here from the previous day. This is a very bearish candle. I'm going to get into intraday in a little bit. I'm going to explain what happened on Friday. But before I do that, actually, you know what? Let me do that first, and then I'll come back to the bigger picture. All right, so let's go to the intraday. I'm going to go to the 10-minute chart. Let me see. Let's say this is Friday, Thursday. Okay, so Friday morning, market opens up and it's off to the races. Okay, it's like fucking go, go, go. All right, I mean, it's gangbusters for the first, 3 10-minute candles. So the first half an hour. All right, market goes up to 607. What's the high? 608.13. All right, there's a lot of resistance here. I talked about it in my previous video. All right, there's a lot of resistance here. This is like the wall of resistance. This is the Bears' defensive line not letting the Bulls take over. They're at the fucking 99-yard line, and they're not letting the Bulls score the touchdown. Okay, what happens here? Friday morning, the market opens up, and it looks like the Bulls are taking over. They're fucking on a rip. And guess what? They fumbled the fucking ball. The Bears took over and annihilated the Bulls for the rest of the day. All right. So you can see that it topped out at a little over 608, and it just sold off pretty much the whole day. And then, right around, I'm not sure if it was late morning or early afternoon. I'm not good with military time, but it just basically went sideways, went up a little bit. All right, went sideways with the Bears, and then Bears lost control for a very little short while. Bulls took over, went up, consolidated a little bit for about 30 to 40 minutes, and then all of a sudden, bam! The fucking Bears came back and they took over. They took over the game, and they basically blocked the Bulls from getting any higher, and the market sold off. It went as low as about 600. Okay, and it's been holding. It closed at $600. All right, so the day's close. Let's see here. The day's close was just over $600. 676. All right. So if we go back to the daily, we have again this huge engulfing red bar candle. Now, for the last 3 weeks, the market went up and it sold off. Up, sold off. Well, we had a huge sell off on Friday, but look where we're at. We're coming into huge support on a daily, right? 20-day moving average, 50-day moving average, crossing each other. That is a huge support system right there. Right? There's a lot of support. So my guess is Monday morning we're going to have a little bit, possibly just a tad bit further to the downside. Is it going to come into this 599? Most likely. Is it going to go to 597? Could be. If you go to an hourly, let's go to an hourly. We've got a 200-day moving average at 596. So 596, 597. Honestly, I thought we were going to hit that on Friday, but they just kept it going sideways at $600. They got to save something from Monday. The last 2 Mondays, we had massive sell-offs. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if that's going to happen tomorrow. There's definitely going to be a little bit of panic and fear in the market. How much lower is it going to go? I don't know. We'll find out. Now, so basically, let's talk about this again. We had a red bar high right here. So that was a high at 6. The high on this was 610.78. The following week made a lower high. That was 609.96, so slightly lower. And then this past Friday, it made another low high. So a lower high, 608.13. So we have a high followed by a lower high, followed by a lower high. Then we had a low, lower low, lower low. So this technically is slightly bearish. All right, we're definitely up against a lot of resistance here. We're struggling to break through to the upside. We can't get through this resistance level here. There's a lot of chop, a lot of shit going on in the markets. However, if you look at it on a larger scale, weekly basis, it's not that bad. Okay, we tagged the 20-day moving average yesterday. On Friday. Or let's see what day was that. Was the low 590. No, so it wasn't Friday. It was probably Monday. Monday was probably the low because if you look at the daily chart here, yeah, that was Monday. So there was your sell off over the weekend, and then it basically climbed higher little by little, like 1 or 2 yards per day. It was kind of a slow grind up. If you look at the 10-minute or hourly chart, intraday chart, it was like a slow move. I mean, it was a grind to get back up here. And then lo and behold, it sold off, but it's into very good support. So let me get back to the point that I wanted to make on the bigger scale. If this is bearish, if the market's going to sell off, if it's going to break through resistance here, it's possible Monday it sells off, it holds a little bit, we get a small bounce, and then we come back a little bit, consolidate a little bit sideways throughout the week, and then it makes its way lower. All right, if I extend this trend line lower, it's possible that we can see the spiders come down and below the 590. Okay, $590. I think it'll hold above this trend line if I was to extend this trend line just a little bit here. All right, I don't think we're going to see the S&P fall below this trend line, below 580 something dollars. There's good support here. If it breaks below this trend line, and honestly, if it breaks below this red bar low right here, which is at 586, all right, there's a huge gap right here at about 577. So 577, 575, 570, somewhere in this range, we've got a lot of support. We're coming into a huge support because you've got the 200-day moving average coming in as well. So I don't see a lot of trouble ahead if we do. However, larger picture, if it continues to consolidate in this level, then we could certainly go lower. But now that's the bearish view. Let's look at the bull view, okay? The bull view is, I'm going to switch this to parallel. And I'll just use the same level right here. All right, we'll take it down here. This technically so far has been bullish consolidation, unless proven otherwise. It hasn't been proven yet. So this is, this could be a lot of selling off, um, by institutional money or whatnot. Then you take it and do the same thing here, and you just go from, these three upper levels down. You can extend this here. All right. And so on a bigger picture, you've got this huge move up, consolidation, and then it goes higher. Consolidation, and it's holding support right here. Again, you've got the 20-day and the 50-day moving averages right here. And then this could be your bullish consolidation to go even higher. All right. Now, again, you go back to a weekly time frame. Nothing is wrong. We're still into some solid support, and we could very well break up higher into 6,200 or 6,300, or in this case 630. And this is fine. I mean, you can see the rest of this S&P chart. It moves up, consolidates, moves up, consolidates, moves up, or when I say consolidates, I mean it corrects a little bit, all right? But either way, it's fine. So we're just doing the same thing here. There's a big, bulls versus bears. I mean, it's huge. I mean, there's some people are very bearish the market, and they think that's it. It's topped out short term, at least temporarily. And this has been going on for 2 years. Others say, this is just a small correction in the bigger picture, and we're going higher. So I think this week is going to tell the difference. Now, this is the S&P. Let me go to the SPX. Remember how I was talking about, I'm going to go to daily. All right. So this is the S&P 500. Now on the spiders, this Friday candle it opened higher than the previous day. So it made it an engulfing candle. Now here, this chart tells a different story. This opened lower than the previous day. This opened at 608, 6,083.13. This one here closed at 6,083.56. Aha! So there's a trick somewhere. So this is on a bigger picture, not an engulfing candle, all right? So what does that mean? Again, we're coming into support, and this could be the last low that we make before we go higher. We'll see. Stay tuned. That's it for today. It's the same thing on the Qs. Oh, you know what? Let me just talk about Bitcoin real quick, because I haven't, Bitcoin has basically been going very, very slow, sideways, really ever since Friday. Friday, I put in a huge topping deal. Okay, not much going on. Look at these narrow body bars right here. They're like nothing going on. It's just going sideways. All right, I'm gonna make another video on Bitcoin. But again, it really can't break above this trend line. We've got a lot of resistance here. My opinion, I think it's just a slow sideways move to go lower. So we'll see. Does it happen tonight while everybody's watching the Super Bowl? We'll find out, won't we? All right. Enjoy the Super Bowl game, you guys. I don't know if you're a Phillies or a Kansas City fan. I really don't care who wins, but have a safe night, and we'll find out what happens this week with the markets. Take care. Oh, please, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, make a comment, share. I would appreciate it all. Thank you, guys.